Okay, so good morning, you guys. So today I'm going to talk about the Latterman Act, and I have my helper in here, Miss Desiree, who's going to answer some questions, and hopefully some members out there on the floor. Okay.
Marlissa, you're muted.
No, I'm not. I'm not muted. Oh, yes, I am. Yeah. Am I some? Okay. Thank you. So, what is the Latterman Act, Desiree? What is it? What is it? Like what?
Marlissa, Manny.
Hi, Manny.
You more than whatever
Good job.
they say.
Good job. This book is about the Latterman Developmental Disabilities Service Act. People also call it the Latterman Act for short, which was passed in 1969. This is a California law that says people with developmental disabilities and their families have a right to get the services and supports they need to live like people who don't have disabilities. This book will help you learn about the Latterman Act promises you be a partner with the regional center and other service providers when you make choices about your life. Get ideas about how to get the services and supports you need. There are many words that lots of people don't like the word mentally retardation. Labels like this don't tell others about their person. We use this word and other labels in the book because those are the words written in the law. Labels are used to get services. Who is this book for? This book was written for adults with developmental disabilities who get services and supports from regional centers. In this book, the word you means are adult with developmental disabilities. Parents, service coordinators, service providers, and other people may also read this book. To make sure the book has information you should know, we meet with groups of consumers in LA, San Diego, and Contra Costa to ask them what they thought consumers would want to know about the Latterman Act. The names of these groups are in the back of this book. To make sure you can understand this book, we ask consumers to help us write and read drafts of this book. Their names are in the back of this book. To make sure what you are reading is correct and will help you, we ask self-advocacy leaders and people who support consumers to read all the drafts of this book. These people were members of the statewide advisory group for the project. Their names are also in the back of this book.
Because Marlissa kept on trying to steal it in her bag.
So, like Desiree said, it's for everybody. The Latterman Act is a California law that promises services and supports to people with developmental disabilities and their families. Because it is a law, people who help you with services and supports must do what the Latterman Act says. The Latterman tells you what, Desiree?
That's what we can do.
Yes. What else?
What are you looking for?
What else? What do you do when you go to meetings? You have your meetings with who?
Speak up.
To speak up, but who else is there at your meetings? Besides yourself, the team leads?
Coordinator.
Yes, your service coordinators. Well, you must have, okay, the Latterman Act that you must have a developmental disability to get services from the regional center. A developmental disability is something that you get before you are 18 years old, lasts all your life, makes it hard for you to do things like walking, speaking, taking care of yourself, or working. It's called cerebral palsy, mental retardation, autism, epilepsy, or anything that makes you need the same kind of supports that someone with mental retardation needs. The regional center may test you to see if you are eligible. The Letterman Act talks a lot about you as an important and valuable person. It talks about how you should make choices and decisions about your life. It tells regional centers and service providers how to help and support you to meet your goals. The law says that you have the right to make choices about what, Desi?
Marlissa?
Yeah. What do you think?
Oh, you do?
Right. Like what your needs are. What else? Where to live, where to go to school, where to work, how you want to belong to your community, whom to live with and have relationships with, and what services supports you and what you need.
One of it.
For a long time, people with disabilities were not treated like other people. The Letterman Act pays special attention to your rights. Rights are things the law says you have, like Desiree said earlier. When you depend on other people for some things, sometimes they can treat you like you don't know what you're doing. The Letterman Act says that people should treat you with dignity. When people treat you with dignity, they respect you. They treat you as if you are a valuable and important person. Human care is what people get without asking for it. It means having a safe and comfortable place to live, having enough food to eat, and living in a community with people who care about you. Privacy is decide for yourself what you want to share and whom you want to share it with. A right to privacy means, what's that mean, Desiree? A right to privacy, what do you think that means?
I don't know how to explain. Like, you could do what you want.
Right. You do what you want. You do not have to share what is personal to anybody. You do not have to tell private thoughts to anyone. You do not have to share your private things, and you have a right to be alone or with a friend. For a long time, people used to think that if you had a disability, you couldn't learn anything. So people with disabilities didn't go to school or college. The Letterman Act says you have the right to go to school or college like people with disabilities, without disabilities. Other states and federal laws say this too. If you are under the age of 22 years old, the public schools must provide you with free education that is right for you. Once you are over 22 years old, you can get more education if you want. Staying healthy as possible is important for everyone. You may need others to help you get medical help. If you need help getting good medical care, the Letterman Act says you have a right to services and supports to help you, like finding a good doctor, getting to the doctor or hospital, sign up for medical help, and make sure you have the people who help you at home know when you should see the doctor, go to the hospital, or call, what's the number? Call who? Yes, like Desiree said, 911. Many people belong to a religious community. This can mean some people going to a church, temple, mosque, or meeting place to be with people who believe the same things as worship the same way. Just like people without disabilities, the Letterman Act says that you have the right to believe what you want about religion or faith. You have the right to practice your religion the way you want to choose. Other people cannot tell you what to believe in, punish you for what you believe, or stop you from becoming a member or practicing a religion of your choice. Many people like to have friends, including boyfriends or girlfriends. Many people like to go out in the community. The Letterman Act says you have the right to choose the people you spend time with. Spend time with the people you like and who you like. Choose where you want to go in your free time and go to places where you can work, do business, buy things, help other people, learn things, meet and be with other people. Exercise is how you keep your body strong and healthy. So what kind of exercises can you do to make yourself healthy and strong?
Jumping jacks.
What else? Yes, but what kind of exercising? What else? Yes,
Running.
yes.
Mm.
There's two more. Well, actually three more. You guys do this when you go out in the community.
Walking.
Yes. And you guys might do this during the summertime when you go to camp. Swimming, yes. And
Hiking.
well, hiking, yes. You could go hiking, yes. And then this is what some of the staff do before they go to work or do after they go to work. Where does the staff go?
Exercise.
The staff goes to the gym.
Yeah.
Recreational activities are things that you do to relax and have fun. So what recreation activities can you do? You already said two of them. So what other activities can you do besides biking and swimming?
Eating healthy.
Yeah. Let's see. You guys listen to this. I'm trying to give you guys clues. We do this on Friday.
Music.
What do we do on Fridays on 9 o'clock? Zoom.
Music class.
Yes, like playing music. And then the last one would be a little hard for the last one would be riding horses. You may know someone who has been locked up or told not to leave their room or house, or even tied to their beds or wheelchairs. You also may know someone who has been hit, punched, burned, or made afraid by what people tell them. You might know someone who has been given lots of medication to make them quiet or safe all the time. You also might know someone who with a disability who wasn't helped to eat, go to the bathroom, or stay clean. This is wrong. The Latterman Act says you have the right to be safe and be treated with dignity. No one can scare you, tie you down, or hurt you, stop you from talking or going anywhere important, refuse to help you when you need it, and give you medicine you don't need. Doctors and other professionals can sometimes do things to help figure out why you are having problems and to help you. These are called procedures. Some procedures may hurt, but they are necessary. Procedures are supposed to help you, not change who you are. Procedures which hurt you unnecessary or harm other parts of your body or your mind are called hazardous procedures. Any example of hazardous procedures is using electric shock to get you to change your behavior. They do not do that. The Latterman Act says you have the right to refuse hazardous procedures. People cannot do things to you that harm you. That'd be like not in a hospital, not where you live, not where you work, and not in a program. Least restrictive environment means you have a right to get your service and supports in places close to your home, community, including places where people without disabilities get services and supports if that is appropriate. This means services and support should be near your home with people from your community. People who wrote the Latterman Act and set up organizations called regional centers to help people with developmental disabilities, people like you, get the help they need. The Latterman Act has the rules about how the regional centers can help you. The law says regional centers must give you information you can understand to make good choices and about the services you want. Help you find and get the services you need. Make sure the services and supports in your community can meet your needs. To make sure you get the help you need, the regional center gives you a service coordinator. Your service coordinator will what? What does your service coordinator do, Desi?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they could go to your house.
I don't know her name, but I think it's.
Where? What do they do?
Yeah, what you want, what you need.
They help you what you want, what you need, correct? They help you if you have any problems, to help you get your service and supports in your IPP meetings. The service coordinator is usually someone who works for the regional center, but your service coordinator can also be a family member, a friend, even you. What does cost effectiveness mean? The law says regional centers and other agencies must work hard to find services which meet your needs for at least an amount of money. This sometimes means regional centers will find other agencies to provide services to you. Regional centers do not always have to pay for your services, but regional centers must find and get you services that meet your needs. Chapter 4 talks about this more. About communication. To make good choices and decisions about your individual program plan, which is your IPP, you must get information and tell people what you want. There are many different ways to do this. Some people use science or communications tools, like what Valerie has. Some people point to what they want or nod for yes or no, or even look up or down with their eyes. Some people use a facilitator or an interpreter. A facilitator is someone who helps you read things, explains things to you, and helps you decide what you want. So that's what us staff here at UCP are. If you do not speak with words, the law says that regional center staff and your service providers must find out what you want and need. Services and supports. The Letterman Act says your services and support should help you be what? Independent, be protective, and be a member of our community, and live in places where you are safe, healthy, and know what to expect. Here are some of the services and supports that the regional center can help you find and get what you want. Adaptive equipment. Do you need things that can help you become more independent? Self-advocacy training. Do you need to learn more about your rights to speak up for yourself? And crisis services. Do you need a plan in case of an emergency? Parent training. Do you have children? Do you need to learn more about taking care of them? And working. Do you want to work? Do you need help getting a job? Your IPP and how to get services and support. The regional center must help you develop an individual program plan, the IPP. Your IPP is an agreement between you and the service regional center. Your IPP is very important because it lists your goals and the services and supports that the regional center will help you get. Your needs and choices are important to your IPP team. The law says the regional center must follow their certain rules when writing your IPP. And you can change your goals if you want to. You don't have to always keep your same goals. And this will be the last one. Your IPP team, who is on it? You are the most important member. People who know you and care about you. someone from the regional center who can promise you to get you the services you want and need. Your IPP meeting and what happens there. The time to talk with your team about what you want and need. You meet at a time and place that you choose, including your home. Important decisions about your life are made here. A very important meeting, be prepared. A very important meeting, don't miss it. If you should have an IPP meeting at least every 3 years. If things change in your life, you can ask your service coordinator to set one up sooner. Your IPP is a list of your goals, list the service supports the regional center will get for you, based on what you need, based on what you want, and a very important piece of paper. Your regional center coordinator will write up what your IPP team agreed on at your IPP meeting. Signing your IPP. Your service cannot start until you and the regional center agree on what is in your IPP. When you sign your IPP, you are saying that you agree with what is in your IPP. If you don't agree with everything that is in your IPP, you don't have to sign it, but you can agree to part of it. Write down what you agree with and what you don't agree with. Once you do this, the service you have and the regional center agreed on can start. After IPP meeting, it is your service coordinator's job to find you and get the service supports written on your IPP. You can call another meeting if you don't get the services written on your IPP, you don't like the services you get, and your needs change. And that is it, Nicole or Melissa.